So they're all on your turf. The Nats are on your turf at the moment. It's their second or their third visit or tour through the Hunter region in the past 5 months. Are you worried about that, or are you embracing the challenge?
Well, two things, Pete. I always enjoy it when the Liberal Party and the National Party is fighting one another. You know, that coalition arrangement is one which I've often described as a form of constitutionally sanctioned cheating. And second point is we welcome the attention. And I'm happy that they are in the region looking and observing the things that we are achieving as local members, despite their underinvestment in our region. I mean, the coal mining industry is doing very well, despite COVID-19. Our economy is more diverse than ever before. We have renewable energy projects popping up everywhere. And we're building manufacturing by building, when Labor was in power, we built the third rail track so we could get more coal to port more efficiently and more quickly. We built the Hunter Expressway so we get the workforce to the mines more efficiently and more safely. We built things like mining schools so that we could develop the skills locally and give people an opportunity for that employment. Now, they've done none of that, but despite them ignoring us for 8 years, we are getting on with the job.
But coal it's on the way out for a lot of countries, a lot of places too, and in particular the Hunter region. You've got, 11,500 jobs, give or take, in the coal industry. Some 2,000 have come off since 2012. So you're losing about 200 a year. What are you doing in that space? How do you stop that from reducing further, given, you've got coal power plants, particularly in Victoria, that are shutting up shop early?
It's around 12,000 jobs directly, but up to 75,000 jobs indirectly. But I just reject the proposition, Pete, which is being constantly pushed by some extreme left, that the coal mining industry has a limited future. It's just simply not true. 95% of the Hunter's coal goes not to power generation here in Australia, but to export markets, mainly in Asia. And everywhere throughout Asia, they are building new highly efficient coal generators, including in Japan. So our demand for both our metallurgical coal and our steaming coal will be strong for decades to come. And we have the highest quality coal in the world. It's currently attracting a very, very high price, and we'll continue to provide it while ever there is demand for it, and that will be for a long, long time.
Okay, you've got the Labor conference on today, Joel. It's going to be virtual for the first time. It's going to lack the usual fireworks. I've got to say, it sounds pretty dull. What are you going to make up? How are you going to try and reverse that?
Well, the best thing, Pete, is that speeches are limited to 3 minutes. That'll be somewhat of a relief in some circumstances.
So is that why his policy is down to 100 pages rather than Bill Shorten's 300 pages?
Well, I think it is important that we condense the document into something far more readable for people in the broader electorate. But the focus today and tomorrow will unequivocally be on jobs, job security, well-paid jobs, and of course the personal safety of people and their families. I think they will be the big issues at the next election, and that's what we'll mainly be talking about over the next couple of days.
Okay, Albo's already, he's made his pitch. Some of the information has been released already this morning. It revolves around manufacturing, a $15 billion plan to boost jobs in manufacturing. The problem is, the reason why so many manufacturing jobs have gone overseas is because wages are too high. So how are you going to reverse that?
It is true that we've had a decline in manufacturing, not because energy prices have been so high, but because we lack scale. It's because of our geography. And of course, we are a high-cost country, and so we should be. We want wages still relatively high and standards of living to be high. So we'll identify those areas of manufacturing that might need some leveraging from government. We'll do so with a model which brings a high degree of economic credibility. This is about Labor intervening in a way which gets people over that investment hurdle and gives us the capability of retaining that expertise here in Australia and allows us to continue to make things here in Australia, particularly those areas which we've seen are so vulnerable when our international borders have been cut off.
Okay, Joel, just finally, I know you're launching a book this afternoon, Hugh Pote's Failures of Command. I look forward to reading this, actually. An important one for you to do?
Oh, very important to me, given my defence background. This is a heartrending story about 3 families who lost their boys in Afghanistan at the hands of Hekmatullah, a Taliban infiltrator in the Afghan National Army. But it's about the incident, which was arguably avoidable, and the family's frustration as they sought answers, justice and closure. It's quite a controversial book, and I think you'll be hearing a bit more about it.
Hey, any words of advice, mind you, for Peter Dutton?
Well, Peter now joins the Defence Ministers Club. I wish him plenty of luck, because he'll need plenty of it.